people always tell me, King, you are the greatest king that the Valley's ever had. You're better than King James I because you're King James II. And that's what people would tell me if they actually told me that. Lately I've had to put out some sparks of rebellion. For instance, a childhood friend I had to kill, and killed his father as well. And I found my ex-wife's father, and I guess my father-in-law, and decapitated him. I guess it's a good thing I'm not a dad, because I'd probably have to kill myself too, because I'm out for killing dads. 2 for 2. So people are always asking me also, like, who are you going to get to take over the crown when you die? Because you don't have a kid, and a lot of people want to kill you. And the Prince Cody, he's a perfect choice because he's really strong and smart, and he's competent with a sword, and I completely trust him. The problem is I don't really trust him at all. No, he started a war against me, and yeah, that kind of broke my trust. And he murdered a marshlander by the name of Ogden Stormcrow, so I don't trust him. I'm also looking at Jennifer Skenifer, and pretty interested in her potentially becoming queen. She's really smart. She always backs me up. That's always great. And she's got a really good family that the Valley seems to trust down in the Blackwoods, though her father wanted me killed and her brother was a double agent. But he was loyal to me, so that's great. She also hates Prince Cody, which is also great because I don't trust him. She doesn't either. But I'm also looking at Jared Afal Stevens. One of my greatest friends, most trusted advisors. I think he's been in Thymeria too much. He's weird. A couple days ago, I walked into his room at the Valley, and he's laying on a pile of gold. I don't even know where he got the gold from, but it's kind of like this. When you hang out with dragons for so long, you take on the mannerisms of dragons, and I swear I saw smoke coming out of his nose. So maybe he's not the right fit now that I'm talking about it.
It is my birthright. It's a preposterous idea that Esker ever had a family. Esker is the smelliest, rudest, strangest ranger I have ever encountered. He's a really good ranger, besides for that. I don't think he could ever talk to a woman because it's so much outside of his comfort zone. Then again, most of my rangers are smelly, rude, but the great swordsman. We should probably get some more personable rangers, though.
Oh yeah, working for the king is an honor. It's a great honor. I get to travel the world, see everything that there is to see, and working with the prince, it's just a lovely thing. I've been traveling around these woods for years, but my wife, she really doesn't like to get out much, neither does my daughter. But I can't talk to the other rangers about them because if I'm seen as soft, that's really bad with these kinds of people. And to be honest, they all smell really bad, and I don't get it. I can't understand how any of us get along at all.
Are you kidding me? There's no way he has a family. I'm telling you, Marcus Watkins sent me a census, okay? Marcus Watkins told me before he died that he is the most stalkerish, gangly ranger they've ever met. Not to mention the smell. Okay, listen. We did a census. We figured out all the population of the Valley. If in fact he did have a wife like he says he did, what was her name? Sonia? If Sonia was a real person, he murdered her. There's no way he did not murder her. And there's no way that he had a baby with her, because if he had a baby with her, he murdered the baby. Training day.
Yeah, of course, I'm loyal to the king. And if he were to make Prince Cody the rightful ruler, I would follow him into the abyss. Actually, what I'd really like to do is get into the prosthetics business. I'd create the greatest grenade launchers and potion masters ever. We'd decimate anybody that was standing against the valley and destroy everything in our path. Maybe then I could actually go home. I haven't seen my wife and my daughter in many, many decades. My daughter was just born when I was cast out, and frankly, she's 50 now. I'd like to see if she actually found a man, because, 50's a little bit young for a dwarf to be finding someone so soon. Normal stuff. Fun.
If the prince became king, I think I'd be okay with that. He seems like he'd be a pretty good leader. He can be harsh but kind when he needs to. Kind's very rare because he rarely needs to be kind. We get along super well as well, being both missing a limb. But ultimately, what Jarl Civ does is what I do, because I've sworn to protect her with my life. And if I must die to protect her, or lose my last limb to protect her, that's what I'll have to do. Swore an oath.
Hey, on second thought, I really feel like Jennifer Skinnifer would probably make a better king. Because, she's trustworthy. She has power in the Blackwoods where everybody can agree, there's a lot of power to go around. And, well, she's more trustworthy than the prince. I sometimes feel like he's going to cut me down there just for looking at him wrong.
Number 1, she's a queen, you idiot. Number 2, the prince will make a much better leader because he has a much firmer, authoritative position. As we've seen him cut down many of people who spoke against him. And he's willing to be kind and generous when he needs to, evidenced by bringing my people in at the Jarl's behest. Also, he is a benefactor of the arts, as I was traveling with a bard that was celebrating him as such. Actually, not too long ago, we thought the bard was dead. I believe his name was Trace. People made fun of him, but he had a little tune. He had a pretty good voice. Anyway, we thought he was dead. Thought his head got blown off. But that wouldn't make any sense, because I swear I just found his hat a little bit back that ways, way far away from where we thought he would have died. And it had some fresh stank in it.
What if they were to just marry each other and hate each other but rule equally?